Yo guys, what is up? Good afternoon. It's technically not the morning. This week I'm going to be filming this it's currently Sunday. I forgot the bag, but this is Slow Bloom's new something or other. I'm just getting her dialed. It's good though. It's delicious. First things first, obviously last week we had a really big announcement. So wanted to say thank you to all you guys that reached out. It's really meant it's really meant a lot to Ashley and I. And it's been fun to kind of share people's experiences, and this is also why I wanted to let the community know, is because one, you guys are my family, but two, I know there's resources out there. Like the amount of people that have reached out to me and do something in the foster community or work with older kids, or have said, hey, I want to help out in this way, or X, Y, and Z has been incredible. Obviously, we're doing the fundraiser. It was, like I've been talking about my daily updates, if you've seen them, not thrown together in a bad way, but just we had to sprint to put it together because I wanted to do something for back to school. But like I was telling people, if you can jump in on this one, great. If you can't, we're all good. I'm planning something right now for Christmas. I'm also planning something for the spring. Like around Easter time. I thought could be kind of fun. You can donate. If you have any trouble with the link, let me know. I have it. You can donate financially. We're going to be going down on the 28th, but if this is something you would want to volunteer, they always need volunteers. You can always contact Foster Love directly and talk to them. But if you would like to join us on the 28th, we're going to build some bags. You're more than welcome to. Just shoot me a text, because I got to give them a list, right, of how many of us are going. So far, there's like 8 or 9 of us. And then my plan was maybe afterwards, maybe on the way home or something, we go grab some food. So a lot of fun. Super excited about this partnership. And I told Ash after Tuesday, I just felt so happy and not relieved like I was holding this big secret, but like I wanted to let people know it's something I want you guys to be able to ask me questions, because I want to be able to answer these questions. And I love talking about it, so don't feel like it's overbearing or he's probably heard this before. And also, I'm an open book, so like literally ask me anything. Like I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to, so. But thank you everyone who's reached out and been supportive. It's been incredible. The other thing I wanted to touch on is, like I've talked about a lot in these videos, on my road, my journey of health, and looking at my health, not only physically, not only nutritionally, but emotionally, mentally, which has always been a big struggle for me. There's a lot of things I struggle with. I've talked openly on this about my battles with body dysmorphia, and just finding a balance between being hard on yourself and being driven, and then just being too hard on yourself. So I work with a lot, and I double checked to make sure I could talk about her. One of our members who is back, thank the baby Jesus, is Anique. Anique is part of what I call the dietitian mafia. There were several dietitians that all started about 6 years ago. CY, Olivia, Anique, and Michael Moe. I don't think, there might have been someone else. And then they all kind of splintered and are successful, and it's awesome. And Anique had left our community for a little bit, and moved to Colorado and then Arizona. My wife was actually the one who's responsible for introducing her to her husband, and was the officiant at her wedding a few months back. So Anique recently moved back to California. She moved to Ukaipo. Yay. Anique is someone that I've worked with. Now, Anique's specialty she's a registered dietitian, but her specialty is mainly she works with people with eating disorders. Now, I don't really have an eating disorder, obviously, but I have some of the issues, like the body dysmorphia and the negative self-talk. So talking with her has been an immense help. I wanted to make sure she was okay with me mentioning her on this because she's also open to talk to people. So if you have questions and if you've dealt with any of these issues, talk to me, talk to Anique, talk to someone, because I found it extremely beneficial. And I wanted to share with you, I'm going to be sharing a lot, but one thing, so I like to try and meet with Anique, every few weeks and just sit, have a cup of coffee and just chat, she gives me some homework. It's been really productive. Some things to work on, some journaling kind of stuff. But the one thing she said that was very impactful, well, there's two really big ones. The one was, when I'm having these negative self-talk moments, what if Barrett were to say that about himself, or Ashley? How would you respond? When it's like, I'm fat, I suck, right? And I was like, okay, that's a good one, Anique, thank you. But my favorite was, feelings aren't facts. And that's fundamental. Meaning, the idea of like, well, if I eat this, I'm going to become a fat bastard because I had a donut. It's not factual. It's actually not true at all. If anything, sometimes it might help, depending on what I'm doing. Maybe I worked out a bunch. Maybe I need to restore my glycogen. Maybe I need, right? Feelings aren't facts. They're feelings. They're important. Take them for what they are. Listen. And one of my homeworks for this week was, when I have these thoughts, is, negative or otherwise, is to jot them down in one column, and then in the other column, kind of, and she used a different term, but I'm going to say dispute, or, like where, try and identify where this is coming from. And is it factual? Because that, it was really impactful when she said that feelings are facts, because she asked me about like, well, why are you worried about this? Well, I'm afraid of, because there's two things. One, I'm afraid that if I eat terrible, then I'm going to become a fat bastard. Well, that's not a fact. But I'm also simultaneously, it's like a catch-22 for me. I'm also simultaneously terrified of becoming the unhealthy version of my person, of Joe. Because I go hard any direction, right? So like, if I'm like, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna eat mega clean. Like I go, like, when we started this and I first started talking about where I was health-wise in a very bad place, I'm scared that I'll drift back into that person again. And it's okay to have those feelings, but they're actually not factual. Right? I should be able to check myself. I should be able to be responsible. If there's a day where I'm like, I'm having a bad body image day, is that factual? Or is it a feeling? Well, I feel like if I eat this way, then is it factual or is it a feeling? Feelings are important. Take them in, hold on to them, identify them, try and figure out where it's coming from, and yeah. And try and unpack it a little bit, I think is what I'm working on. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Forever, but that was kind of something that was really impactful after we met on Saturday. So wanted to share that with you guys. And like I said, if you need anything from me, whether it's workout-wise, nutrition-wise, emotionally-wise, whatever, I'm here. I love talking about this stuff. It's what I'm passionate about. And I'm an open book. I'll share whatever, the good and the bad. But thanks, guys. Stay tuned. Remember, share that link with people for the Foster Love. This isn't a block thing. This is a Foster Love thing. We partnered with them and with my affiliation as a brand ambassador for Lululemon. And we just want to try and help some foster youth. So let's get after it and have an awesome week. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk to you soon. See ya. Deuces.